Alright, this is James the third with the James Show, and we're going to be checking out some really crazy videos right now. Are you ready? Well, let's go. Check this out. Exactly. Well, nature always surprises me. Now this is a video, was all over Facebook, Instagram. This video went viral, and I'm not too sure this is real. Let's check this out. Alright. So theoretically this is rocks levitating through sound. Alright, so this is someone left a comment on the original video that this is possibly the soundtrack, the sound that we're hearing right now, that are in this video supposedly lifting the rocks, is coming from the movie with Tom Cruise, Oblivion. I'm gonna play this once again so you can check the sound, and this is probably right. So this leaves another question: are the rocks actually levitating? It's really perfect. It's really well done. But I'm not too sure, and I'm not, I don't recall these noises, these sounds coming from Oblivion, the movie with Tom Cruise. But if it is true, then there is a really big reason for us not to believe this video.
Alexa, can you remind me to buy this afternoon? What time this afternoon should I remind you?
Right, so this is an Alexa video, a creepy video, right? I didn't even know that Alexa whispered, but apparently she recognizes when someone is whispering and she whispers back. This is kind of creepy. Now this video here is coming from someone, actually this went viral in Instagram, Facebook, all over, and it's supposedly from a video in Netflix that can be found from the 80s, not the 90s, not the 2000s, the 80s. And there's a woman, she's going to be holding an iPhone. Check this out. See that? It's really quick. Now, there's a mighty big possibility here. See that? There's a huge possibility that this is a wallet with some sort of mirror in it. Right? Okay. So, in the 80s, these things were very much common. This is very, very common. What's really strange about this video here is that if this is a mirror, she's not apparently using makeup, right? And what is it that is so intriguing about this mirror that her daughter is also looking at? Not only that, do you see that, how she does with the object? She changes its orientation. You see that? To horizontal, I mean from horizontal to vertical. So why is she doing that? It could be an iPhone. It would, of course, raise a lot of questions to time travel, parallel universes, something like that, right? What the heck is going on here with this person holding a supposed phone in the 80s? There's a small chance it's an iPhone. Leave a comment. What do you think this is? This is a magic trick that I have no idea how it's done. If you do, please tell me. Let me just jump forward here. Fast forward the video. Check this out. She's going to, supposedly she's meditating or whatever she's doing. She's getting ready for the trick. And all the time here, I'm noticing her left arm. I believe this may be on purpose. because some people say that magic tricks are done by distracting you, right, with something while you're actually doing something else. Now in this case here, she's going to lift both of her legs out of the floor as she is supposedly levitating, right? Let me play the video. Wow. And like, there's obviously something to this. Now she's gonna take her hand off of that thing, off of the whatever it is that she is holding there. Look at that. How'd you do that? Is there a wire? If there is a wire, why aren't people looking at the wire? You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Look at that. She's floating. There has to be a wire. But why aren't people looking at the wire? Nobody's looking at the wire. What do you think is going on there? We've talked about artificial intelligence before. Check this out.
How well do you know your neighbor? How well do you know your friends? How well do you know your boss? There should be a very clear difference between artificial intelligence and Homo sapiens sapien. Do you know the difference?
Now, of course, this is a really intriguing video. I like the way the person is putting it. You know, like, do you know your friends? Do you know your boss? Do you know your neighbor? But the thing is, I agree with the fact that it's kind of dangerous for us to go into this this thing that we want to reach perfection with robots. I think it's interesting. I think it has its perks, but at the same time, it's a really dangerous thing to do. In this video over here, we have what appears to be paranormal activity caught on camera. This person is really scared, as if something happened, probably heard something downstairs and went to check it out. Let's see what happens. Now, what's most interesting about this video is at the top left, I can see what I believe to be a shadow person in the ceiling. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you see the same thing? This is a very interesting video of an object that was captured just hovering over the moon with a really good camera. And what intrigues me about these kind of videos is the fact that most of the times there is a shadow. Sometimes, right? Not most of the time. Sometimes there's a shadow that the object casts on the moon, which means, of course, that the object is close, very close by the moon. See that? Let's zoom in on the object. Yeah, I don't think this is fake. There's tons of videos of objects lurking around the moon. And most of the times, indeed, it's just a satellite or something like that. Sometimes it isn't. Now, this is a disturbing topic in my opinion because this is something that we are talking about right now. The possibility of having a microchip on our hands to control this and that, money, for example, to substitute our cards, the way that we open our doors, the way that we go to work, and everything else. And there's a bunch of people who are very excited about this, and I can completely understand. What about you, for example? Leave a comment. What do you think about these things? Now, in this video here, we have, check this out. Supposedly a security camera. And I want you to pay attention to the upper left. Right, that was weird. Now, this is a person who I admire, Bruce Lee. He talked about water, he talked about energy, and he said always, I believe he was always saying, be like water. My gosh. What do you think about here we have a very peculiar situation with Alexa. Check this out.
Been at work all day. Got home. I overhear something in my garage. Kind of freaky, like there's some noise going on. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go out here and check it out, right? Like, what the f could it be? Couldn't be anybody out here. So then I get closer, and I look at my Alexa. She's talking. Who's that? All by herself. Alexa, who the told you to talk?
I'd rather not answer that.
Oh.
Anyways, Alexa is, there are a bunch of creepy videos with Alexa, and from what I understand, you can actually program her. It's not 100%. These videos with creepy Alexa, they're not all 100% real. But there are some of them, for example, the creepy laugh, these kind of things that happen when you, for example, arrive at your home and she's talking all by herself. These are recurrent events that a lot of people have been worried about. I can't figure out what she's saying though. Can you?
She's talking.
This is from a YouTube channel. This is crazy. He's gonna supposedly freeze water with his hands. Check this out.
These are 2 ordinary cups, one with water, one empty. And you see that was water. Okay.
Tap the bottom of the cup or something too each time.
The bottom, okay.
You know, and tip it. And that way they don't think it's some kind of trick cups. These are something that we got out of
Okay.
Jim's cabinet.
Yeah, they're out of my cabinet. There's nothing tricky about them. Nothing tricky about my table. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to ice, and then shortly after I'll change it right back to water. Okay. Now we have ice, as you can see. Same cups, same bottom, same. Nothing there. What I'll do now, I'll just change it back almost instantly, doing the same thing. There we have it. Back to water.
Never ceases to amaze me.
Or me. Back to water.
I'm not too sure how he's pulling this out, if it's just a magic trick of sort, if there's a trick behind it, or if this is a real thing. You know, let's play this again.
I'm going to change this to ice, and then shortly after I'll change it right back to water. Okay, now we have ice. See? Same cups, same bottom, same, nothing there. What I'll do now, I'll just change it back almost instantly, doing the same thing.
At this moment here, when he unfreezes the ice and it's back to water, you can actually see that the water is kind of disturbed, right? So in this moment here, what this video tells me is that this is possibly real, right? When he touches, for example, over here, you can see the water is very much still. And here, when he transforms it from ice to water, you can see that the water starts moving as if it was in a solid state, and then back to water. So this is really creepy. I'm not too sure. If you leave a comment, if you have any idea how he's pulling this out.
919-716-93993.
Now, a couple of years ago, there was this trend. I don't know if it was CGI, computer graphics, right, or if it was fake or real. But I noticed that a lot of people, subscribers including, were sending us videos of telephone numbers or numbers that were being drawn somehow in the sky. Some people believe that these were drones. Others say that this is just some sort of paranormal or supernatural occurrence.
716-93993. All right, Rob, call it. I think Regina's calling. See, look, they started over. They go to 7.
In this video here, we have the sun, right? It's not setting, as you can see, but you have a setting sun, right? The color in the ocean, you can see very well here, of a sun setting, a yellowish to orange color. It doesn't match. This is what I'm trying to say. If you look at the plane is reflecting white and the water is reflecting orange. Somehow this is happening, and it was caught on camera and by one of our subscribers. Thank you very much. This is amazing. Well guys, this is it for today, and don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, share this video, and I'll see you guys again.